It is in our power to have no opinion about a thing and not to be disturbed in our soul by it. We just discussed that and how to meditate on that in a discursive way. The second part of that is, for things in themselves have no natural power to form our judgments. That's an important sutra, an important maxim for everybody. Things in themselves have no power in themselves to form our judgments. All of our judgments are being formed by the ego that is projecting itself out onto those forms. As I look at the camera has no power to influence me except that I choose to be influenced by it by placing an opinion or a judgment upon it, saying, that looks like an expensive camera. And now I'm already into some judgment and some opinion that Marcus Aurelius has, in his studies of himself, found noxious and even toxic at times, disturbing his mind. And this again is the reason we meditate, in order to stop the judgments and opinions that we form that create disturbances to our system. It's not like we're going to stop them permanently. We can't. We're here and we need to survive. In order to survive, we behave, we think, we cause ourselves some stress. But what we can do is we can penetrate that stress with these meditations, these moments, these periods of strict, deep silence that will have extended benefits beyond the time that we stop them. This is the beauty of using meditation. Can you picture having a glass full of muddied water? It's polluted or contaminated in some way. Liken it to our minds or our bodies. You can't get rid of it. It's you, and there's some pollution. What do? You can't pour out the water. It belongs to you, and it makes you up. But what you can do is pour in some fresh, pure water into the glass. Oh yes, it'll overflow now, and out will go some of the polluted water along with some of the fresh water you've poured in. But as you keep pouring these desirable waters into the contaminated water, more and more purification will take place. So that's an example that limps, but it does have its instruction. If I pour some good things into my life, even though there are many bad things happening to me, those good things will have an influence on me, and probably a stronger influence than the negative things, unless the negative things are of such a nature that they're so overwhelming as to overtake all of the good. But if they're not, pouring the good in, even though it is of lesser quantity than the negative, it will influence me and I will change for the better. That's another way of looking at anything, not just meditation. You can pour exercise into your day, a little bit, and it will influence your entire day and your entire body and will do better for you than all of the time you spend being sedentary. Just that bit of exercise. It's the same with quality food. You can eat lots of junk food, but if you eat some quality food, it will do more for you in healing, in satisfying you, than the junk food. It goes that way for contact. Your contacts. How often do you go out, as the sutras say, as the maxims say, how often do you go out among men and come back less a man? How often do we go out and compromise ourselves in such a way that when we're finished with that contact, we're not very satisfied?